Monica Long will discuss Ripple's stablecoin with us, and I have brought up a news item about it from the Crypto Minute. Regulations are the only thing standing in the way of the stablecoin's big developments. The XRP ledger is seeing a lot of stability, a lot of liquidity, and some price movement. What are your thoughts about that? We have a lot to discuss in these bullish times, so without further ado, sit back and unwind. At $87,216, Bitcoin has increased 5.91% during the last day. At $3,287, Ethereum is up almost 2.5% at the moment. Since XRP leaped it last night, coming in at 99 cents, USDT is coming in as a dollar peg, while USDC has fallen to number 8. At $2.95 trillion, the entire market value of cryptocurrencies is barely under $3 trillion. Do you recall the time when we had $2.2 trillion? I informed you that $2.5 trillion was the next milestone to reach. Within a week of my creating the video, that occurred. It's like clockwork, it was programmed in. I warned you that once we passed $2.5 trillion, we would run at $3 trillion. There you have it, the $3 trillion run. Will we go to see it? Will we shut it down? Personally, I don't think that will happen given the state of the markets. I told you it was gold time and the bull run had begun as soon as we had that weekly close, which we just had on Sunday above $74,000 Bitcoin. You know what? The bull run has begun. Will it now conclude in the upcoming 6 or 7 weeks? 100% no, people, not even a remote possibility. As we have predicted and discussed since this year's second and third quarters, this is continuing into 2025. Although there have been some fireworks, we have not yet witnessed the great finale, and it is still a long way off. I tweeted yesterday that there would be a slight cooling down in the mid to short term for Bitcoin 88K. Let's get started. We went into that cool down phase, I believe. To what extent do we descend? We must eventually see some correction since, as you may recall, what goes up in such a parabolic advance is 40% in the last 30 days and 42% in the last 90 days. The next question is, what will happen after that pull down? Simple enough, $80,000. I think the pull down is between $78,000 and $80,000. We will only view that on this device. After that, we're going to keep moving upward. The markets appear to be doing well, but I will keep everyone informed if anything changes. The nice thing about all of this is that we can look at the price of XRP to see how we can see that we're starting to see a slight decline. XRP has always moved last since I entered the cryptocurrency market in 2017. Bitcoin experienced a very wild surge, rising from the $60,000 mark to $89,000. With certain swaps, we may have reached $90,000. Right now, some money is moving out of Bitcoin, and yesterday night, when most of us were asleep, we watched XRP go from 53 cents to 70 cents. It went all the way up, and you can see the move up right here. The major resistance areas that we have discussed on this channel were broken when we touched about 70 cents, 65 cents and 60 cents. The next one is approximately 75 cents. We are trying to overcome that for XRP. I see a lot of people on Twitter these days, and everyone has a different viewpoint. People prefer to release a variety of XRP numbers. For nearly 5 months, I have been preaching the same numbers, $60, $65, and $75. I occasionally say $65, $66. It's like a penny difference, it's right around that area. The 3 main areas are as follows. As we sit over 60 cents, we appear to be doing well right now. Since we are currently at 64 cents, the next goal we would love to see push above today, and hopefully it does, is to move above the $65, $66 region before we can discuss 75 cents. Right now, everyone is watching Bitcoin. Let us see what Bitcoin wishes to do. Let's see if the markets will witness a capital increase. Will people begin to take profits? Altcoin Daily asks, do you still believe 2025 would be a bull year if Bitcoin ends this year at $180,000? Regretfully, Bitcoin is not expected to hit $180,000 this year. Not taking place. This year, I believe Bitcoin will reach $100,000. I've been discussing $100,000 for a while now. Many people believed that I was insane when I was sitting around $60,000. That's a lot of money to come in for this thing to move up to $100,000 by December, they say. When I released the video 2 weeks ago, I predicted that the price of Bitcoin would rise by an additional $10,000 to $20,000. My top goal, excluding the parabolic blow-up top in 2025, is about $180,000. Keep in mind that this run will continue into the second and third quarters of the following year, if at all feasible, extended into the first part of 2026. It's simply a bit too soon to say. Q2, Q3 at the moment. According to our analysis and the precise plan you should adhere to, Bitcoin will continue to rise this year. We keep doing this until about tax time the next year. There will be a market downturn around April, which is precisely when tax season arrives. Many individuals will begin to panic at that point, believing that the market is done and that the bull has run over. They'll begin to leave their posts. However, when many investors have already fled the markets, we will experience that parabolic blow-off throughout the summer. I'm not leaving for myself. I will not be leaving. I am aware of the end of this. The fact that XRP is only 64 cents indicates that this party hasn't even begun. That's all. The amusing part is that if you have been following XLM, you have noticed that XLM is exactly imitating XRP. The interesting thing is that it always has. It continues saying, look, Doge needs to calm down. He claims to have given Doge 40 to 47 cents to chill off. There will be more soon, but first, it must breathe. He's correct. This also applies to all cryptocurrencies. They must take some breaths. Even though this is a bull cycle, you won't only witness these wild runs and upward movement. Many individuals are perplexed by that. Many people have never participated in a bull run. However, during the bull run, you can see exactly what is happening right now. Several of the prices are increasing. AVAX, ICP, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano are all at 70%, so if you had any money in any of these cryptocurrencies, you made a lot of money. Everything is getting better. Everything will be dragged up with Bitcoin. The alts truly begin to take off and make a move similar to what Bitcoin has been making when the season officially begins. But keep in mind that to confirm the breakout to the top, anything that rises must fall and retest its lower levels. Let's get started. 2020 is on the right, and 2016 is on the left. And right now, there is a dead splat in the center of your screen where we are sitting in this bull run. Highest point ever. Each of these charts shows the level, and you can see what transpired after Bitcoin broke its record high. We have witnessed an upward trend in each of the 3 bull cycles. Isn't this bull cycle essentially the same as 2020? After breaking all previous records, we witnessed this parabolic push-up. As you can see, in 2020, I'll draw a circle with my mouse right here, we saw a slight correction before we began to rise. At that time, we were in the 32.5 to 36.5 range. So, where will Bitcoin end up? You mean the $100,000 area? Correct. That's precisely where we've been phoning 100,000. When it does, there will likely be a little dip to the lower end before we make our last shift to Bitcoin, which is scheduled for 2025. Keep an eye on this, people. These are the very early stages of the bull run and bull market. So far, we have not seen anything. Not yet. In 2025, Bitcoin will still have a lot more to offer than it did this year. Corrections are typical if we observe them everywhere. They are anticipated. I don't want you to lose your mind. If your alt didn't reach an all-time high, I don't want you to stress out because the cycle is done. That is just untrue. anticipate a decline and retracement in the markets. Both the bull run and the bull cycle included. As with XRP, expect all coins to move less. We informed you yesterday that XRP would soon move. How are we aware? We know that Bitcoin needs to decline a bit, and we watched as all of its alternatives rose, with XRP being the only one that had not yet moved. It is a last mover, though. What was the outcome? What did it do, then? Please pardon me. It surged and soared to 70 cents overnight, only 5 cents from the crucial resistance level we are examining. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to see that footage of Monica Long. We will discuss the activities of MoonPay, Ripple, and stablecoin. We will also discuss the price further, people. There are bright times ahead.